All right, Natalie, but let's get to our first guest of the show this morning. He is certainly a friend of the show, and we always love checking in with Orlando, especially, when he's up high above Tampa and doing such good deeds. Of course, Orlando from Wild 94.1, the Morning Freak Show.
Hi,
And,
Carly. Hi, Natalie.
I'm a little freaked out. You always get real high when you do this. We're at your 10th annual toy drive that you guys are doing. Heights apparently don't bother you. You say it's all worth it because so much good is happening.
Year 1 and year 2, I was afraid of heights. Year 3, I was a little normal. Now it's like it's the second home now.
It is your second home. You literally stay up there for how many days? For people who don't know yet about what you're doing, explain the setup.
We do the toy drive where, you guys have your own drives. Everyone has their own kind of things that they do. So we wanted to add something to it, and we added some skin in the game. So I come up on Friday, December 3rd. I come down and actually touch the earth on December 11th on Saturday. So I'm here for 8 days straight, and I live here. I have tents and protection and food provided, and I'm treated very well, but I do spend 8 days away from my family and away from the things that I like to do to hunker down here and show that we're sacrificing to urge people to give and to help the Children's Home Network.
So I'm assuming that there's got to be some bittersweet. Like you said, you miss your family. We know how close-knit of a family you have. There's got to be some time where, yes, it's here. I'm going to have to say goodbye. But yet there's so many heartwarming stories that come out of it, too. So I can only imagine how bittersweet it is. Is there anything that is maybe surprising that people are surprised to hear when it comes to you living up there for almost a week?
I think people. I love the audio IOUs. Those are part of the thing. We'll talk about that. But I really just I love the fact that the community we see them in a different space. We do concerts with them. We go to Bucks games. We go to boat parades. We do all the fun stuff together. But when we see them giving from the heart and including their children, so we can have great givers and community leaders in the future. These little 5 and 6-year-old kids are running from their cars with little stuffed animals into the pods and delivering it themselves. And it's very important for these parents to see their kids actually giving and understand when they're going to shop, they're shopping for the kids that don't have what they have. So I love that. And I just love seeing our audience in that space.
Well, and remind people what you're looking for. I want to make sure, whether it's donations or whether it's unwrapped toys, what it is that you're really needing. And then you also have a really sweet story about what someone recently gave.
I appreciate you mentioning that. We're looking for bikes. Of course, I think every kid deserves a bike because we know that's that independence where we learned there was actually a neighborhood outside of ours. So bikes or unwrapped toys. Gift cards really help us because if you have a Carrabba's gift card, now a kid that's 15 or 16 that's in the system can take his girlfriend to dinner or Sephora or Ulta because girls are now learning how to get their face beat, they want to experiment with makeup too. So why not do an Ulta or Sephora card or something like that? So it's really up to you. Or you can go to wild941.com/toy drive and donate there. And then the Children's Home will do the heavy lifting for you. So the story, just really quick, there was a kid that I've been urging people that I don't want people to miss out on their Christmas to help our Christmas drive. So I want people to give, but if everyone does a little, we can all collectively do a lot. And this little boy said, I want to give my money out of my piggy bank. And he told his mom, and he came here with a Ziploc bag of random change, and he had some cash in his hand. And he said, I want to make my donation. And his name is Trayvon, and he was the sweetest little boy. And I wanted him to come up and do an interview with me, but it was a little alarming for him to come so high. He didn't want to come up, but he said, I promise you, I'll come back and talk to you when you come down. And when he left, our street team came up and said, we spent some time with them. Did you know that they were homeless? And it hit me in the gut because I'm like, wait, I don't understand. And they said that boy and his mom don't have a home. And I said, so and we just sat there and we started to cry. And we were on the air, and I know you guys know, but I don't know if the listeners know, it's very difficult to hold back a cry and still have to talk. And that was the messiest radio. I apologized profusely afterwards because I'm like, dude, I'm sorry that you guys had to listen to that. But it was really a moment where Babs, our midday girl, and myself and everyone who was listening downstairs started to cry together. And the woman who had pulled away started to cry, and she pulled over and came back. So we had to talk to her a little bit more and get more of her information about her situation. And we've shared it with a few agencies. But it's just that kind of giving that we see from people. That's a space that we really don't get to enjoy that much. That giving and that part of it makes 8 days nothing compared to what that is. So
well, you're making us tear up now, Orlando. We love that you do this. If people can't give right away, you do encourage honking. You know, normally we don't like talking about honking in television. I'm assuming radio's the same, or maybe if you're sleeping, but you encourage it. That's an IOU, right? I'm coming back.
Right. If you're passing and you have somewhere to go, you're dropping your kids off for their piano lessons or something, you can't stop now. Hit us with a honk. If you come by and see us, honk your horn, and we'll know that you're coming back to see me before I come down on the 11th.
Honk, honk. Oh, this is just the best every year, Orlando. Thank you so much for all the work you do in the community. You've got such a big heart, and we're so excited that we got to chat with you.